Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is doing well this morning. And this is Mike Peters with the Pottsville Church of Christ, and it's time for our morning devotional. So let's get our Bibles out and let's turn to Matthew chapter 5. And I'm going to begin reading in verse 17. Do not think that I came to destroy the law or the prophets. I did not come to destroy, but to fulfill. For assuredly I say to you, till heaven and earth pass away, one jot or one tittle will by no means pass from the law, till all is fulfilled. Whoever therefore breaks one of the least of these commandments and teaches men so shall be called least in the kingdom of heaven. But whoever does and teaches them, he shall be called great in the kingdom of heaven. For I say to you that unless your righteousness exceeds the righteousness of the scribes and Pharisees, you will by no means enter the kingdom of heaven. Jesus states here that he came to the earth. One of the purposes for which he came to the earth was to fulfill the law and the prophets. Now, this idea of fulfilling the law of the prophets really was threatening in the view of the religious leaders of the day. They had a very, very hard time coming to terms with this. They derived their power from the law of Moses and lording that law over the people. And they did not understand that the law of Moses itself, when God gave it, it was never intended to be permanent. That wasn't the intention. The law of Moses was given in order to preserve God's people and to bring them to the Messiah, to prepare the way for the coming of the Messiah. So it was never intended to be permanent, and they did not understand that. They had an extremely hard time understanding that. And that's why they felt so threatened by Jesus saying he's the Messiah. I'm come to fulfill the law. They thought that he was threatening their very way of life. But the truth is, Jesus came to fulfill all of those prophecies that talked about him. All of those prophecies that were to prepare the people for his coming. He would fulfill them, and the people should have seen that, and that should have proven the fact that he is the Messiah. And yet, many of the people were blinded, specifically and especially those religious leaders of the day. Now, look, you and I have never lived under the old law. The old law was nailed to the cross. We understand that. But this idea of Jesus coming to this earth to fulfill the law and the prophets, that is still a very special statement for us today. Because that means that Jesus, in doing so, brought to completion God's plan to bring redemption to mankind. With Jesus fulfilling all of those prophecies, Jesus coming to this earth, shedding his blood, that brings salvation to everyone, the possibility of being reconciled to God again. And that is just such a wonderful, wonderful blessing. We have an advantage today in that we can look back and we can see how God's plan of redemption was slowly executed over the years, how God brought it to fruition. And we can see it beginning in the book of Genesis and all the way through the Bible. That's the story of the Bible. If you want to sum the Bible up in one word, it's the buying back of mankind, redemption. And that redemption is revealed to us through Christ. And it allows us to become partakers of God's grace. It allows us to have the opportunity to have the guilt of our past taken away and our sins forgiven, to have a relationship with God again, and to have that hope of an eternity in heaven with him. Because Jesus came to fulfill the law and the prophets. This is Mike Peters with the Pottsville Church of Christ, and I am so thankful that you are watching this video. And if you enjoyed this video and our other morning devotionals, we ask that you subscribe to our YouTube page just by hitting that subscribe button and hit that bell notification so that you can be notified when other videos come live on our on our YouTube channel. And if you're watching this on Facebook, hit like and share it on your page so that we can get the message of Jesus out to as many people as possible. I hope everyone is going to have a wonderful day today. I hope you're staying safe, and don't forget to always be praying.